Listen, you know what time it is. It's time for another episode of your favorite new podcast entitled We Hate You, Internet! All right, everybody, gather around. Come on back in. It's time for another episode. We are live here from the Panorama Brand Studios here in Houston, Texas. And this is We Hate You, Internet, a podcast designed to highlight some of the problematic effects of the internet on our lives, as well as celebrate the beautiful simplicity of our humanity. I'm your host, Wilfred Hamilton. As you can see, we have three people sitting here in the studio instead of two typically, but we'll still go in the same order that we always go in. Sitting alongside me, my far right, you know her, you know what I'm saying? You know what she do. You know how she get down. You know what I'm saying? It's the banged assassin. I think her kill count is up to like 17 or 18.
Something like that.
Okay. I forgot I wasn't supposed to disclose that information. I have a wife and children, please. Clara.
Clara Aguirre.
Clara Aguirre is in the building. I may get in trouble for that later on. I hope so. Hopefully I'll be back for the next episode. And of course, there's a special guest joining us here in studio today. We can go through the professional bio. It's Sheba. She's a native Houstonian. She is a brand manager and creative marketing strategist who specializes in increasing the revenue and visibility of her clients through publicity. Mm-hmm. Also, she loves to have good conversation and give people the opportunity to properly elevate and display their brand. She's also a seasoned media and podcasting individual. That's the professional bio. Now we go into the personal one. See, now I'm gonna tell you about this young lady sitting right here in the middle. You know what I mean? This is how we came to know each other one to another. We're part of a networking community on one of the other social media sites, and I was actually looking for an individual who would help with another topic that we want to talk about, and she opened up her pocket and was willing to share one of her resources with me. But through that, we struck up a conversation, mm-hmm. and it was really good. And one of the things that's really important, to me on this platform is substance. You know what I mean? We have a lot of people that ask to come on our show. You know what I mean? I think they just like to sit in front of the camera to talk.
Just stare at it and just be like.
Yeah, then they get on here, y'all.
Scared.
Then we throw them bright lights on there so they can't handle it. Yeah. No. But I'm very particular about who we have on and what we discuss, because I respect this platform enough, you know what I mean, to make sure that it's something of substance. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So after doing my research, hashtag, investigative work.
Got to.
No, man, I was really pleased with the information that she had to share. I thought that she'd be very beneficial for the topic for today. So introducing ShebaCreative AF is in the building.
Hello, and thank you. I'm so happy to be here with y'all. I love it here. It's so cute.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah, before the camera started rolling, we talked about everything being so cute. I'm outnumbered. You know what I mean?
It's a compliment. It really is. It really is.
It's been since they got together. It's been team estrogen all the way. You know what I mean?
That's funny. And I'll just say this has nothing to do with the topic. Actually, a little bit, I guess, to do with the topic. My daddy, we had myself, my sister, and my mom in the house and him. And he used to say pretty much every day that he was having estrogen overload.
Man.
Aww.
So
I have an uncle who it's the same thing. He has all girls, and he's like, I need to step out the house for a little bit.
Yeah. Heavy duty.
After the show, I give your father and your uncle my number, man. See, we give some testosterone support. Goodness gracious. Queen Sheba's in the building. So we're going to jump into the topic for today. Today we were going to be talking about the reality of business building versus the illusion of business building. And man, let me tell you. Often we always talk about the internet, how it affects us, right? That's kind of the premise of this whole thing. And I think that this is one of the major topics or issues that we have, especially with social media. Just the idea or the image of having a business, especially when we came through the pandemic, right? Through the pandemic, everybody was at home consuming content, and everybody talking about stuff. That's why you need to have your own business, have your own hustle. You know what I mean? Because everything was shut down. You couldn't
Get
go
an
to work.
LLC, open this account,
Man,
do that.
listen, and it was just like everybody was like, yeah, and everybody just started. I'm gonna start my business. You know what I mean? And though ownership is a good thing, right? You know what I mean? I think entrepreneurship, you learn a lot about yourself being an entrepreneur. I agree. I think that being able to utilize your own natural talent is a great thing, right? But having a business is way more than what social media could even attempt to show.
Yeah.
And I think that's the disservice that people have and the delusion that people are under. You see people, showing pictures of them signing paperwork or at an event or wearing a t-shirt, they got their logo on or whatever. It's like, man, he got a business. And it's like, that is not even the tip of the iceberg of what it means to have a business. You know what I mean? And so this is such a big topic. I have a lot to say about it, obviously, but I want to bring in a hired gun to be able to really break this thing down. So we're going to start off, we're going to ask a question, right?
Okay.
To Her Royal Highness Queen Sheba.
Okay, go ahead.
If you see, for those that are listening from the audio side, you can't see, but those that are watching, you see that she gets the throne. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
That's that premium leather, that King Ranch leather.
It feels good on my skin.
That tell it's like exfoliating the back of her knees right now. Okay, we can stop being silly. Okay, here we go. Question.
Okay.
What do you think is one of the biggest illusions of business building?
That it's easy, and that anybody can do it on their own. Because that is not true.
That is not true. Elaborate, please.
So,
Break that down for the people.
Some of my work is in public relations, brand building. So that has a lot to do with creating and crafting an image and presenting it to the public. So I understand this from both sides, from a consumer's perspective and from the person creating what it is that you see. So it's like a lot of these people are out here selling a dream to an individual who they know has a great desire to be a business owner, an entrepreneur, to have the freedom, the flexibility to travel in the middle of the week and, get paid for it. But there's a lot that goes into it. Don't ask me, because I don't know how to get paid as a travel influencer, because that's not my work. But those are the kinds of things that we're looking at. We're looking at people on Instagram, looking at their pictures, which they are crafting with intention to sell you an image of success. So it's like, make sure that you're doing your research, because if you don't, you're going to end up inside of somebody's sales funnel where you really can't get out of it, because a lot of this is crafted for you to fall into a bucket that you never get out of. So if they're like, join my program so that you can find out how to make 6 figures in 5 minutes, you're diving into it. Oh, I'm in there. You'll never get out.
That is so true. I think that was it's still a big thing. You see it all over TikTok. You see it on Instagram. You see it everywhere. Like, get rich quick. But the truth is, like with any business,
it takes time.
Yeah. It really does.
It really does. And that's not to say that people can't be successful with time and energy or even investing in support, because you can. But they know people want it fast. Like, I have loved ones who have spent thousands of dollars for get rich quick schemes.
Yes, indeed.
And they spent thousands of dollars and one of the people bought a product that isn't even a product. So it's like we're sitting around talking about how to implement this idea so that they can make the money that they paid into this program for. We still don't even know what we're selling.
Oh my goodness.
Like, because you have to buy another level of the program to get that information. And then once you buy that level, then guess what? You still have to spend more money. Because that's what I mean when I say you fall into the funnel and you get stuck there.
Scamming 101.
Yeah.
Man, man, that's tough. The idea, and I guess it leads us to the second question, which is, what are the unspoken truths or the realities of business building, which is basically the other side of the first question. It's a really crazy thing. Like, I'm the proprietor for this platform, right? And the amount of time and energy that it takes to put this together. This is like small. Like, this is small, right? As far as compared to what other people are doing, or the level that other people are doing it at. That's what I mean. I don't downplay what we do.
I was about to say, pause.
No. Yeah.
Anything that takes your energy is a big deal.
Yeah, okay, hold on.
Energy and funds.
Yes.
Yes. I know about both. But this is what I mean, though. I'm talking about scalability, or like the scaling of a business, right?
Yeah. Okay.
You starting, here, and then you want to scale it to another level, right? Mm-hmm. And so, and not to downgrade or downplay what we've built, because we've built. Yep. We really have. We've made a lot of progress. You know what I'm saying?
Because I saw you guys celebrating 250.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's a big deal.
We did.
Yeah. I mean, it's a thing. Come on, now. I'm trying to make this point. I appreciate the kudos, really, but it's not the point. Okay, but the point that I'm making is that, like, it's like I work in my other job. I work 50, 60 hours a week to fund this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I have my own home. I have a wife. I got four kids. Like. And then I take care of that, and then I have money. I work extra hours to do this. You know what I'm saying? So not only that, like, I spend an extra, who knows how many hours planning, thinking, strategizing, making phone calls, emails, blah 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 blah, planning, putting all this stuff together, right? Like and like, it's gonna take time for this to grow. We've made a lot of progress. I think that we have grown a lot. We've been doing this for 5 months, right? And in 5 months, we went from an idea to, we sit in front of the big lights.
Yeah.
But we're nowhere near where we want to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this idea that you just get an LLC and then like post some pictures and like, I got a business, and get like a website,
and that's it.
And like, we in this thing. You know what I'm saying? People gonna come because it's great. Like. No. It don't work that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think like so you hit the nail on the head. The reality is that, and it goes for anything. That's one of our family mottos in our home. Anything worth anything takes hard work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I tell my kids, all I got is because remember, anything worth anything takes, and they know exactly what it takes hard work. Because anything, if you're talking about relationships, but you're talking about romantic relationships with your family, you name it, anything of any kind of substance is going to take hard work.
Yeah.
And it's going to take time.
Absolutely.
To cultivate. You know what I'm saying? Business is no different. And business is hard. And I will say this. I think that, I'm going to say it like this. Everybody is not built to have a business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the idea that anybody can have a business. You should have your own business. Everybody not built. Everybody don't have the necessary tools to have their own business, because you got to be able to manage not only your personal life, you got to manage your, like, we're going to talk about this a little bit later, manage your, like, your mental health. You got to manage your, manage your time.
You got to know how to juggle.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
Yes. And like, and the thing about it is that you start a business with this vision in your head of what you want to accomplish. But the reality is that, as Nipsey Hussle says, the marathon continues. It never stops. Like, you get to this next level, wherever you want to be. Like our goal, we talked about, right? Top 10 podcasts in the world.
Okay.
Right? We looked at it and the ingredients we have. We talk about it all the time. I say, lady, I say, lady. I was like, we can do this. You know what I'm saying? We got the pieces to be able to get this done. It's gonna take a lot of work. Everybody can't do it because they don't have the brevity or like the scalability to be able to because their topic may not be broad enough to be able to grab that number of people, whatever. But I think that we got it. And then people don't have the personalities for it. You know what I'm saying? Like anything in every business. I'm talking family. Let me be quiet. But like every business, you know what I'm saying, has a level of scalability. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, we can do this. Like, but it's gonna take a ton of work. You know what I'm saying? And like, once you get to that level, there's going to be tons more work to be done. Right. You know what I'm saying? It never stops. And that's the thing about business that people, I think that's one of the unspoken truth that people don't really understand is that like it takes money to get to a certain place. You can't do it for free. And then once you get to that place, it takes money to maintain that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes even more money to like maintain once you get to this certain level. Yeah, and then you got to try to figure out how you're going to evolve it into either take it to the next level or you're going to figure out how you can sustain it for a certain amount of time. When is the time to pivot? It's going to take money to be able to do that. Like it's ongoing. It don't stop. Yeah. I think, like I said, that to me, that's one of the realities, the unspoken truth about building a business is that this is you in it for the long haul. Yeah. Like it's not just do it, make $1 million, and then we set. Like it don't work that way. You can't run $1 million. You can't run $100 million business off $100, $152.87 a month. Like,
but you know what? You're touching on a point that is really near and dear to me, and it is just about investment. So here's the unspoken truth and the reality as I see it. So many people want to make money, want to expand and grow, but they don't want to spend any money or their own energy to do it. Because really, at the end of the day, it's either you're going to pay somebody to help you or you're going to take the years that it's going to take and spend your own time learning it and executing it to get it done. It's not going to happen without some energy, whether it's money, currency, or your own energy. And I'm like, I don't know what slot machines y'all go to that you can just pull the handle and money comes out without you putting some money in there. Yeah. So that's the expectation is I'm going into business and I'm going to get sponsored to the top. Who? Impossibility. Yes, because that's not how it's going to work. And you're not going to make any money if you don't invest any money. Like that just does not make good sense.
Amen. So in your experience, like how quickly do people realize this? Is this something that you can kind of tell early on with the clients that you deal with? Like, all right, this guy, like he's in it for the image or not necessarily for the actual.
Yeah. And I think, and this is just like even beyond my clientele, but most people in this time period are looking for some level of fame or notoriety because this is the society we live in that tells you if people know who you are, then instantly you're a star. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you've got 15, 20,000 followers on Instagram. You are popping big. Can we cuss? No.
Well, we try not to.
Okay. You're popping, you got 20,000 followers on Instagram, but that doesn't necessarily translate to money. Yeah. So it's like, okay, you have notoriety. Do you have a product? What's your knowledge base? Can we now sell that to somebody? Or, what are we really doing? Yeah. Because a lot of people are frustrated because they do grow their following, but they don't know how to convert the followers to buyers. But then they also have no product. So that's another lie that's being sold is just grow your following and then you'll automatically have brand deals. No, because you could have a smaller following and end up with brand deals. People have paid me to do things. Yeah. People were paying me to do things for them when I only had 150 followers. Wow. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have a huge following. You have to know what you're doing and how to sell it.
Wow. Ooh. I love that you're dropping diamonds. Like,
really?
Because it's true. I think that's something that like people get so lost in it, and I think it all ties back to image versus the reality of things. Like it feels when somebody's got their, like you said, they're following up high, whether it's just selfies that they're taking or just anything really, they feel good, like they're accomplishing something. But what we're missing here is the functioning part of the business. And I think that that's where people kind of need to, like, not everybody's built like that. Not everybody's built to run a business or even manage a business. There's so much that goes into it. There's so many things that go into it and out of it. And I think that's true because it makes it, you have to have meaning to what you do.
You really do.
You really do.
You really do. And I know we talked before, you were saying that you're getting your degree in business management, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what I got my bachelor's in business management. So when I look at the brands and I look at it from a brand management perspective, I'm looking at it from the operations.
Yeah.
And how do we really get this thing to scale? So,
yes.
you know, we're looking at PR, we're looking at branding, we're looking at marketing, we're looking at the image, because this is a question that I used to ask on my feed many years ago when I first started this, but are you selling what you think you're selling? Ooh. Because a lot of us show up out here and think we're presenting one thing, but I'm looking at it with a different eye and I'm going, it's not landing because what you're selling is actually garbage.
Goodness. I like that. No, because it's the truth. Like, I'm sorry, business is cutthroat. Mm-hmm. We can't, imagination doesn't make no money. You know, it's all up here, but you're just pretending, really. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, you have to really think about what's going to make profit, what's going to make you, I don't want to say rich, but you can function with this. You can live off it, maybe, you know. But
profitable is the word that you're looking for.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Because I think that ultimately, like, I think that's the approach that more people need to take, more of a tactical and strategic approach, rather than just, I'm just going to start this and do that. Yeah. And it's unfortunate because these 30-second videos get rich quick. Follow just go ahead and download my program, like, for $400. I remember that was the thing with Forex. Like, people thought, like, they could just download this program, learn how to trade Forex, and make all this money and travel anywhere and do anything. And so many people would get scammed. Yeah. Like, they would pay money for this. And
you know how many people got rich off that $400 though?
Yeah.
That's the part.
Yes.
Like, I was in this group, and I actually have two things. First, how many people are going to tell us to go ahead and start a business by renting out Airbnb or Turo? That's one. Because I saw one yesterday that was like, sign up for a $50,000 line of credit. Get 2 houses or 2 cars. I'm like, you said that like you could just walk up to the bank.
Like, it's cake. Like, because
it was like the steps were get an LLC, in EIN, go get the credit. And it's like, what about the part in between the getting the LLC and the credit? Yeah. Because that's a whole process of building up your business credit to go get more credit. And the people are like, yeah, but the girl said I could just. And so many people are frustrated because they haven't figured out yet how to build and develop business credit. But then there's somebody who's selling you the idea and the information. And that person wants you to join their group so you can get stuck in their sales funnel.
Yes.
I remember when the G-Wagon was a thing. It was like, get you a G, you can write it off on your taxes.
Oh my God,
it's over 6,000 pounds. And I was like, listen, if you get this vehicle, even if you are able to get this vehicle, you know how much gas it's going to cost to drive around that thing? You know what maintenance is going to cost? Yeah. You have to have money in order to even be able to qualify for such a thing like that. Like, your business has to be profitable for you to be able to qualify. Right. You can't just walk in like, man, I got an LLC. I got an EIN number. They just give you.
You know what I always think about, like, when we talk about things like this? I always think about this picture that I had seen a while ago where it's a donkey with a little stick and a carrot in the front, and the donkey wants the carrot and it's working hard for that carrot, and the guy's just riding the donkey because that's what it is. These people selling the business or selling this idea is the guy with the carrot, you know what I mean? And we are the donkeys going after that carrot. That's just what it is.
Absolutely.
You have to be able to critically think.
Yes. And okay, so this is what I was going to say when I was thinking about that. So this also happens in the spiritual community too. So I was in this coaching group. Somebody added me, somebody I know. And she was trying to develop her coaching business. And I was coaching a few clients. And she was like, I'm going to add you to this group. And you know, she's really amazing, the coach in the group. Okay. So let me tell y'all how it went down.
I see that.
So everybody in the group was trying to figure out how to magnetize money, how to draw money to them, of course, energetically, because in the spiritual community, you know, magnetism is just how you get rich. You know, that's another thing that's being sold to people who, come on. I mean, not to say you can't attract opportunity. That is true. But when the opportunity is in front of you, what you going to do?
Yeah.
You have to know.
Yeah.
So in this group, all the girls were like, okay, so she said that, you know, we can magnetize this and we can get this by doing this. I love it here. So she shows up one day and she's like, I figured out how to unlock your $1 million magnetism. And everyone's like, okay, we're interested. So
this is the coach? This is the
coach.
Okay.
So she starts showing up in the inboxes, right? She came to my inbox. She was trying to sell me like $150 energy something. And I was like, oh, okay. Because it's hard to sell to me too. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's a great thing.
It's a great thing.
So I didn't buy it. Weekend happens. Monday hits. She shows back up in the group. Now she's going to teach the girls how she manifested $5,000 in 5 days. This is what she's telling them.
Oh my God.
But she did not tell them that their $150 payments to her were the $5,000.
Oh
you see what
my.
I'm saying?
Oh my.
So they were all like, oh, I want to know. So what happens then?
Poor
They
babies.
spend more money for her to teach them, but she's not going to tell them, bring your girls into a small group and then manipulate them into paying you money.
No.
She's not going to give that information, which is the information that you need to know in order for you to get your own $5,000.
Wow.
God dog.
Wow.
Am I crazy, or is that...
No, I mean,
That's wild.
that's what they're doing.
I mean, listen.
But that is what it is. Like, in all truth, that's kind of like you pulling back the curtain and showing. I mean, it's the truth.
The
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz.
That's the
And
truth.
I mean, I feel kind of bad because I'm exposing the secrets of the sales community, but I feel like people need to know.
Well, they need to know, because if they are serious in their approach, like, because I think everyone has kind of gone through that process where they're like, man, you know, I need to make more money. Not even that I want to. I need to make more money. And it's unfortunate because they'll resort to the internet and search these things up. And I think that your intention is good, because people, they genuinely, we live in a day where, I mean, $5 isn't going to get you anything in the grocery store. It's not. It's not. And when we have people who are struggling, they're struggling, they get paid minimum wage, they're trying to figure out how to pay their rent. To have them taken advantage of, that's unfortunate and it's wrong.
Yeah.
It's wrong. So I think that, no, you're not. Don't feel bad, because I think it's coming from a good place.
Yeah.
Ultimately. And I think that at the end of the day, like, for those who do want to create something worth value, they feel it, they know they can do it. There are ways to do it. And this going to that coach that wants to charge you $400 for their program is not the way. It's just not.
I mean, and some programs are good. Some small groups are good and beneficial. That's not to say that you can't have a community of people that you're actually teaching.
Yeah.
But if you guys know, like in that book, 48 Laws of Power, one of the laws that they have, I can't remember the number, but it is basically never tell people so much that they don't need your support.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who are great at sales have read these books and they
Yes.
know how to use those.
Yes, they do.
Man,
those
that's
laws.
something Hamilton, this is also, Hamilton always has said that, this is why I love the platform. And this is why I love We Hate Your Internet. Because one of the things that he's always said, and that, you know, I think is amazing, is like, and I think that's what sets us apart. We don't want people to rely on what we say. We want people eventually to be able to think for themselves, or not even think for themselves, but kind of resort to these things and be human, you know, connect with themselves. We want to be the assistant to that, but we don't want them to rely on that. And I think that's true. Like, that's something that it's, there's a reason that they use it in sales, because they want to keep you coming back. They want to keep you, you know, they need the flow of money to keep coming.
Well,
but
and that's what I mean when I say getting stuck in the funnel. That's essentially what I'm talking about, because when you're starting to find your way out, you'll also notice that an email pops up that's like, don't go, or a new program coming out, or whatever, because they can tell that you're kind of out of the spin cycle. So
Yeah.
they need you to get back in there. And I mean, you can use a lot of these tactics to sell products and services that are useful, but people are not doing that in a lot of these cases. And that's how we're ending up with so many people with an LLC, a t-shirt press, and no idea how to effectively sell a t-shirt. Because
Yeah.
a lot of these t-shirt companies, you're buying the shirt because of the brand. You're not buying the shirt because you like the shirt.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? So build the brand. You could really fix a lot of problems if you just build a brand, because then you have given people a reason to like you. And they're part of a natural community that's based on your good energy or what information
Yeah.
and knowledge you have to share. So yeah, they're going to buy your products, and you're not selling them a scam because you did the right work. You set the foundation, and then you executed on a product that helps somebody.
Yeah.
You're not just in there selling a
Beautifully
something
said.
fake.
I love that. I love that.